Hello, this is Sirrano with the New Jersey Pulse News. Behind me on the screen is Mr. David Gilmore. Mr. Gilmore here was the former mayoral candidate for the city of Paterson. He is now the director for the Community Improvement department in the city as well. So Gilmore here is accused of giving out excessive tickets. Not just excessive tickets, but illegal ticketing, and we'll get to that in a second. But right now, I'm going to show you two videos at the end of this, and the first video is a rally and a protest against David Gilmore. Folks were yelling, "Gilmore no more, Gilmore no more." They're trying to get rid of David Gilmore for excessively ticketing the community, ticketing contractors, and there was a couple of people at this rally for police ticketing, excessive police ticketing, although that was not broadcast to the community because it might have been packed on this rally. So you should hear some folks yelling, "Gilmore no more, David Gilmore no more." They want to get rid of David Gilmore because they think David Gilmore is not doing the right thing in his job. They're not saying he's not doing his job. They're saying he's not doing the right thing in his job. So Jesus and a few other people was complaining, and there's a video of him that I did before on my Facebook page, SirranoBaldeo.com or New Jersey Pulse News on Facebook. So anyway, they're doing a rally and they're rallying against David Gilmore. They want to, lynch him, take him outside, beat him up. I don't know, whatever. But this is their allegation that David Gilmore is the head of the Community Improvements Department in Paterson, and David Gilmore is sending out his code enforcement officers to excessively ticket folks. That's what they were grabbing about. That's one. The excessive ticketing goes beyond that. When they are saying there is a person by the name of Andrew Menendez. So this Andrew Menendez worked as a code enforcement officer. But apparently Andrew Menendez does not have a license from the state of New Jersey to give out a certain level of ticketing. And I know about this when there was another guy by the name of Chester who used to work there. I also know another fact, that before you ticket anyone, you have to give them a 2 weeks notice. So before any code enforcement officer comes to your property to give you a ticket, they must give you a 2 weeks notice. And I saw another code that says within a reasonable time to cure what is wrong before they issue a ticket. Otherwise the ticket is illegal. It's wrong. It should be dismissed. But anyway, Andrew Menendez, under the direction of David Gilmore, we were told, went out into the community and just started ticketing people, just started ticketing them. These tickets are not $85. These tickets are in the thousands of dollars per ticket. So I spoke with Jesus, who's a contractor, and he showed me, they ticketed me for not having a permit. Here's my permit. They ticketed me for not having this. I have it. They ticketed me of not having a code, whatever, documentation. I have it. So apparently Jesus had all these papers. Guy knowing that Andrew here still went out and gave these guys tickets in the city of Paterson. So nobody's watching. Nobody cares, So now these guys have to be dragged into court. Here's another problem they're going to be facing. When you give a ticket, these are LLC companies. Judges cannot listen or does not listen to LLC companies. You have to have representation from an attorney. So let's just say you get 4 tickets, that's $4,500. And now you have to spend $2,500 with an attorney to get rid of that ticket. This is the damage that they're doing in the city of Paterson to the community. So now you're you're close to $7,000 in damages for tickets that they did not have the right to give out in the first place. The guy did not have the authority. The second video that I'm going to show you, you're going to see the first video with the rally. You're going to see the second video. And in the second video, 2 gentlemen came out and they said, David Gilmore said there was a mistake. And because there was a mistake, what he's going to do is when you go to court tomorrow, the tickets are going to be dismissed from at least Jesus. But there were tens of people, like 30 people who got these tickets. So Jesus is having this rally because he doesn't want just his tickets dismissed. He wants the other guy's tickets dismissed as well. There was a woman in court with a baby, and she was, she had to pay $700 and something, have to get a lawyer for a ticket that she did not deserve, a ticket that was not, no notice was given. The reason that I know no notice was given is because 501 River Street is a county building. Even though you own a county building and you want to do construction in that building, you still have to seek a permit from the city of Paterson. So they didn't do that. They just decided to do your own construction. I made a complaint that they were moving the building from Pennsylvania Avenue in the 6th Ward over to River Street, and there was no construction permit, but they're putting up all these walls. So Chester, who was there before, no longer employed there, went down there with 4 inspectors, and they gave them ticket notices. And I asked, why didn't you ticket them? And he told me, well, because you have to give them a 2 weeks notice. You can't just ticket them because they're breaking the law. You have to give them 2 weeks notice to cure, and if they cure it, then we can't issue any tickets. That's how I know. I am the one who filed a complaint against that county building, because what was happening was they were now paying $1 million in taxpayers' dollars to rent that building, when over there in Pennsylvania they were getting it for free. And the guy who owns it is Bascom, who gives a lot of money to the Democratic campaign and the freeholders, and they did that to move it. This is the politics. So now you have something else going on. I don't know what David Gilmore's beef is. I don't know what his issues are. I don't know if he wants to build a reputation to giving out a lot of tickets and he's doing his job, and these excessive tickets means that he's doing his job. But the tickets are illegal. The gentleman does not have Andrew Menendez does not have a state license, to issue those kind of tickets. So the second video, David Gilmore, now I brought the 2 guys back that he told the tickets were going to dismiss. And when we went back, his story changed. Now he's saying, well, if there was a problem with the ticket, it will be adjudicated in the court of law. Well, we went through that and was able to confront him with the 2 gentlemen, and they're saying that, yes, he told us the ticket was going to be dismissed, and Gilmore was backing off on what he has told these guys, because I guess, I don't know, I'm the press, I was there. So you're going to see the second video. So with these 2 videos, there is a plot in the city of Paterson, and for lack of thinking about a better word right now, or scheme, to over-ticket community members, the residents in the city of Paterson, because the city needs money. The city is $26 million in debt, and there was an application from the city to borrow that money. It's in the hole. So they're doing everything and anything to try to stick it to the community so that you will pay for those tickets. And that's one of the things we want to watch. Everybody who's running for mayor right now in the 2018 election are in power to change this. Every one of them are in power. The mayor in power, Andrew Say in power, Alex Mendez in power, Bill McCoy in power. They are all in power. So if they have the idea, if they have the care, if they have the passion for the people, they can make these changes. They can issue ordinances. They can regulate the community improvement department. But first of all, they don't have the vision. They don't really care about the community that way. They're looking for power. That's what they're looking for. So it's hug and kiss and nice and shake hands and door to door. That's how they get their power. They lower the bridge, and then they come over, they cross over, they get the power, and then they draw back the bridge, and they go over into the kingdom castle, or where the mighty, mighty plain gods themselves are. So every election, they lower that bridge, and they come over. And then when the election is over, they put up back the bridge, and the community gets no help, it gets no assistance. So I kind of stepped in, and I did try to do something here. So, just to conclude with the story, Jesus went to court that Monday, and they did not dismiss the ticket. They kind of put it off for 2 more weeks. I don't know what that means. If you're talking about you adjudicate it, if the person that gave out the ticket, and Mr. Gilmore here, when you had the tape, he was trying to tell me these are zoning tickets. They're not zoning tickets. Zoning tickets are this amount, and the ticket that they got is this amount. So it's not zoning tickets. These are state issues tickets for those violations from the D.C. state authority, which the guy doesn't have. And oh, by the way, we're trying to figure out who this guy is, Andrew Mendez. We heard that he's working for somebody, he's a brother-in-law or cousin of somebody in public office. And he has no training, he has no schooling, he has nothing that has to do with zoning or anything like that, giving out tickets. I think he's just out there, loose cannon, looking for somebody trained him on what to look for, and he looked for loose wires or little holes or whatever, and he starts giving out tickets instead of saying, you have 2 weeks to cure this, which is what the law is. And like I said, I know that when I myself ticketed River Street, and they told me 2 weeks before you start giving them the actual tickets, and then you bring them into court. So these people in Paterson have been dragged into court for no particular reason, other than the city is being excessive. The city is being abusive in its powers. These are some of the things that I talk about, political corruption that is in the city of Paterson. When the people of Paterson gets these enormous amount of tickets and they go to cry to any department, nobody's listening to them. Nobody's listening because they're all connected up there. So that's what the rally was about, to try to get help. But I'm going to see if I can help these folks. I'm reaching out to you guys. If you've gotten tickets, and it's illegal, excessive, enormous, there's got to be an organization I'm going to try to create to see if I could, help you fight that fight. But again, it's very difficult to fight the judges. The judges are connected to the politicians. The politicians are connected to the, let's see, you got the politicians choosing the judges, choosing the prosecutor, choosing the sheriff, choosing the law enforcement. So there's no way you're going to win because they're all behind that drawbridge. There's a big gap. You're over here. And by the time you come up here, the bridge is closed. And election season is low, and everybody's so nice. They come with candies and ice cream trucks and sandwiches and empty promises. They get elected again. They go back up to the Democratic high power. They keep getting rich. Their income is getting greater, and the gap is widening. And you're left out there to protest and to rally as to why you're getting these tickets. And none of these people would put that bridge down or swim over it and come back and fight for your rights like they said they were going to do. Sirrano, New Jersey Polls, thanks for watching, and you'll see the first set of video, the second set of video, and goodbye for now.
Esto de verdad, caballero, esto es la realidad de la vida. El descaro que tiene con los pobres trabajadores de los Estados Unidos, que lo que hacen es sacrificarse y trabajar y mantener a su familia.
Inspector out there without USC license. And that's not right. Send the one that have the license and do the right job. Why you gotta send the one?
Take that out. Go ahead.
You know what they're doing out there. They send it the inspector with no DCA license. That's not fair. That's illegal. And many people got stuck with those tickets.
Okay. So even though the tickets were illegal, you still had to pay them?
Yes, sir. We had to pay them. Many times, like a lot of people out there had to pay them. We're still fighting for those tickets.
What,
but there's a lot of people out there
is the inspector still out there giving out tickets?
Yes.
They're still giving out tickets?
They're still giving out tickets.
Yes.
That's illegal.
With no license?
Yes. With no license.
No license, DCA license.
Patterson, please put a stop on that. The city of Paterson.
Who's the inspector that's giving out the ticket?
Andrew Melendez.
Andrew Melendez.
Andre Menendez.
He's one of them. We're not going to mention no other name.
Okay. So there's other people doing it as well?
Yes. Other people. You can search it down. It is allowed to search.
Okay. All right. This is Sirrano with the New Jersey Polls News. I am here in front of the Community Improvement Center on Broadway. As you can see, the entire street here, half the street is blocked off by police department. There's a permit to block off the street, so there's a rally here with contractors who has been alleging they were illegally ticketed and cited, and these tickets goes into the thousands of dollars by an inspector by the name of Andrew Menendez, and he does not have a DCA license, and apparently you need a DCA license. I did a story on this before to give out these tickets. So some very angry Paterson contractors and some homeowners here who were illegally ticketed. Where's Gilmore? Gilmore's by the door. So let's go see if we can talk to David Gilmore. There is a request here to get rid of David Gilmore for
la regla y cómo va. Vamos para adelante con la ciudad de Paterson. Vamos a poner las cosas en orden. Así es que vamos a entrevistar al señor Newman a ver lo que le va a decir a la prensa.
Let's go talk to David Gilmore. I'm just gonna do 10 seconds with you and see what happens. This is David Gilmore. Everybody outside, they want his head on a silver platter so they can bury it. What's happening outside?
I don't know. They have a right to protest.
Okay. They said somebody without a DCA license is giving them tickets by the name of Andrew.
I don't know anything about that.
So you don't know? Did nobody notified you that he was giving out tickets where he did not have a
They
DCA?
didn't give out tickets. We don't give out DCA tickets. We give out zoning tickets.
Zoning tickets.
That's it.
So the tickets that they're talking about is zoning tickets.
If that's what they're talking about, we don't give out DCA tickets.
Okay. So you're saying that those people protesting are protesting on the wrong cause.
I believe they had bad information.
Okay, so all the tickets that allegedly Andrew gave out is zoning tickets.
If he did,
If it is. Okay, well, Mr.
you
Gilmore
want to
here,
take the protest outside.
why don't you stay outside? Why don't you stay
Take the
outside?
protest
Yeah,
outside.
why don't you stay outside? And he'll stay with me. So, Mr. Gilmore just told me that there were zoning tickets.
I'm
that
not
were
doing
not
this.
DCA.
Take the protest out. He's part of. He's
He's
running
gone.
the protest. No, him too.
Okay,
Take it outside, Jesus.
all right.
Pero who, me?
Yeah, take it
Yeah,
outside.
he says you're part of the protest, so he doesn't want to talk to you.
Oh, no one is talking to me.
No, I tried to talk to him before. He didn't want to talk to
But can we
me.
talk now? We instead of getting
Well, why do we need to do it on
because you
camera?
know I'm at the news and I have to cover this.
Yeah, well, I'm finished. I'm done.
You don't have anything to hide. We'd like to
There's
hear
nothing
it.
to hide. I
Okay.
told you that the gentleman that wrote if he
The
wrote
only
the
thing,
ticket,
sir, you
we
know-
are zoning.
Zoning.
We do zoning. That's DCA over here.
Okay.
We don't do DCA
Right.
tickets.
So he's saying the tickets you got were zoning tickets.
Yeah, you know, have the ticket for no permit.
Yeah, but it's zoning tickets. He's saying are not DCA tickets.
No, have the zoning approved. And me have everything. And that inspector not supposed to give it a ticket.
But if there's zoning tickets, he's saying he has a right to give them tickets.
No.
I'm not doing this.
Okay.
take it
Why don't you
outside.
step outside? Let me speak to him for a second. Okay. Close the door. Close the door. Okay, evidently Gilmore is not very happy.
This is not the first time he's done this. He's done this 3 or 4 times.
Okay, so if I look at the tickets, it's going to tell me they're zoning tickets and they're not DCA tickets.
I can't tell you what the ticket says. I'm not looking at it right now. But we do zoning tickets.
Right. If I were to
That's
go
it.
get those tickets, not today, because I'm not going to get involved in the dispute. But if I brought those tickets in another day and show it to you, you can tell me they were absolutely
I can tell
zoning.
you what they are because I can read it just like you can. I
Okay.
don't know what they are.
All right.
If
But
it's a zoning, we do zoning tickets. That's
okay.
it.
So if in fact he did give him a DCA ticket, would that be
He
appropriate?
can't give him a DCA.
But if he did,
then that would have been an error
an
on our
error
part.
would be lots
I'm
of
not-
errors.
I don't know. I don't know that. I'm not admitting anything.
Did you do any
What
kind of
I'm saying-
investigation to see if this was?
Well, the protest just started, right?
But he said he's been trying to reach out to you like for a month, 2 months.
And we took care of it. He and I had an agreement. But this is what they want to go showtime.
Was that agreement, which I have knowledge of, that he will send somebody to the court to have the court realize that it was incorrect and
I
dismissed?
believe that there might have been an error.
Okay, I agree.
And I took care of it.
Okay.
This is showtime.
Is his tickets dismissed or still in the
I
courts?
don't know.
Okay.
I did my part.
I interviewed him 3 days ago and he said he still has to go to court
He may have to go to court. I don't know.
because somebody by the name of
Because he's an LLC.
right, by somebody by the name of Soto was supposed to go to explain to the judge there was an error, and if there was an error, it should be
I
corrected.
don't know all of those that level of detail. I'm not in the court.
So his ticket evidently is still in the
It
court.
was
So maybe
probably an error.
that's why he's still protesting because
Fine.
nothing happened.
Chino,
All right.
why are you part of this?
Porque tú eres parte de él. No, yo soy parte de él, yo vengo nada más. Yo vengo nada más a ver, no sé serio.
All right. This is Sirrano with the New Jersey Post News. We're done talking to. I think Gilmore is done talking to us. Excuse me.
Ellos me llamaron a mí para que viniera a hacer.
Okay, as you can see, Mr. Gilmore is saying that it's not a DCA ticket, which the guy did not have the right to give. It's a zoning ticket. But my question is, if it was If it was a DCA ticket, it was wrong to give out. If it was a zoning ticket, then why are they going to the court to try to tell the judge there was an error? So I believe, based on what he said and based on what this guy said, that it was DCA tickets. That's the only reason to go to the court and have the court dismiss it for him. And if it's going to be dismissed for him, you saw the guy that went into me, his name is Jesus. I did an interview with him before. If it's going to be dismissed for Jesus, then it has to be dismissed for everybody else. So that's, I think, why Jesus is still here today. When David Gilmore said he made a deal with him that he was going to tell the judge, but you don't have to make a deal. You were not supposed to give out the tickets. There's a criminal element, like I said, to this for misuse of power and authority. So they are the strength of the crowd here is not just mad to get his tickets dismissed. It's all of them that got tickets and was damaged. So I think they want all their tickets dismissed. And I think I'm saddened that Gilmore didn't give me a little more information. I think he's been very informative with me in the past, but this time he hasn't been, because I think there was a major gross error here from this guy Andrew, who gave out tickets without a DCA license, and now they have to clean that up. And it's hard to clean up everybody that you see over here. You have to dismiss everybody's tickets. And remember the ticket from Lakeview Avenue where they were giving out illegal tickets and I caught him? Everybody for 56 years has been giving out illegal tickets, and who's going to go back and pay back the millions of dollars and correct those errors for those people? And maybe some people even went to jail because of that. So that's what happens in these cases. You have to try to lowball it, recover it, cover it down. So everybody else who was damaged can come forward and say, hey, what about me, what about me, what about me? So we're also disappointed that Gilmore didn't want to talk to Jesus directly. If I was the mayor of the city, I would have said, you don't need to be like that. You speak to everybody. No matter if you have a dispute with somebody, you still got to come out and reason with them, talk to them, make them understand that, there was errors. We'll fix the errors. We'll speak to everybody here. We'll take care of them. This is how you love a city and you care about them. You come down and say, look, there was an error. Yes, there was. This guy gave out tickets. We're not just going to go talk to the court about you. We're going to talk to the court about everybody else, and we're going to take care of this. But it's a lot of damages to do that. It's a lot of ways to admit that the city made a gross mistake here in giving out all these tickets. So I keep on the story. It'll be in the New Jersey Pulse. These guys are upset, and we'll see what happens. This is surrounding New Jersey Pulse, outside the Community Improvement Center. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. So this is surrounding New Jersey Pulse. We're back in here with David Gilmore in a not private conversation. When we were outside, you said the tickets were not DCA tickets; they were zoning tickets. And
we cannot give DCA tickets.
Right. These gentlemen here are telling me something different. They're saying that you said these tickets were an error, and they were not zoning tickets, and it will be fine when it
And
goes
if
to
that's
court.
the case, it will be adjudicated by the court.
He is saying if Jesus go to court tomorrow, the tickets are going to be dismissed. Is that true?
I'm saying it will be adjudicated by the court. If we don't give zoning DCA tickets,
Right.
we only give zoning tickets.
He still goes outside and he's saying something different, and now you're still saying something different. So again, he went outside and he told everybody, no, the city admitted they made a mistake, and when he goes to court tomorrow,
If there's a mistake when he goes to court,
if.
If.
So there's no guarantee.
I'm not the adjudicator.
That's
Okay.
not what you told me.
Was
You said
there-
the inspector made a mistake.
Well, that's the first thing I told you was I'm not throwing anybody under the
Yeah,
bus.
you said that. But
I
you said the
that.
inspectors
If-
made a
If
mistake.
there's a mistake, it will be adjudicated
Oh no,
by
but
the
that's
court.
where you're going with the if.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't.
Was
I
he
didn't-
saying if before?
I didn't write the ticket.
But you didn't tell these guys if. You're telling me if. Now you're saying if. They went outside with a definite 100%
Yeah.
word that yes, the ticket is going to be dismissed. There was an error, and now you're
not-
saying if again.
I'm not making that assumption.
Why don't you just tell me what you told them, because they have a different story.
If there's a mistake, it will be adjudicated by the court.
Did he say if before?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna.
Well, if I didn't say it, I'm saying it now.
All right. Well, okay. I just came to clarify that because
And
you told me if.
Is that clarification enough?
Well, no, because he's on the record now saying you never told him if. You told him 100% that it was going to be dismissed.
No, I didn't say that.
You said you didn't say that.
I didn't say 100%
You said those
it was going
tickets-
to be dismissed.
All right. What you told me
If
was.
there's an error, we don't. I'm telling you unequivocally,
You see, now
Yeah,
you're
we
switching
do.
the story.
Excuse me. I'm telling you, we don't write DCA tickets.
All right, I understand.
If there's a mistake, it will be adjudicated by the court. That's it.
Is that what he told you before?
No.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's it.
he's saying you told him something
Well,
totally different
You
before.
can believe who you want. I mean,
I
because
don't
he has
have
his-
to. I just have
He
to
has
ask.
his story. I have mine. If there's a mistake,
I'm giving
it
the
will
story
be
you gave me.
adjudicated by the court.
Did he say if before?
No, dice que, o sea, que reconoció ahorita que el inspector hizo un stay.
He's saying that he was saying that the inspector made a mistake.
Definitely
He
made
said
a
that.
mistake.
But if the inspector
All right,
made
so-
a mistake,
so here's-
it's going to be
Right,
adjudicated by the court.
Here's what I wanted to
What is,
clarify.
I don't understand what the big
Well,
deal is.
here's what the understanding is. You're saying if now, but these gentlemen are saying when they came to you to talk to you, you're saying there was a definite mistake.
No.
That's what they're saying,
No.
and this is what you're saying.
I would never say that.
Okay, so he's saying he'll never say that, and he didn't tell
I
you that.
said,
You
if
guys are
there's
liars.
a
Is
mistake,
that what it is?
Who?
You're a liar? Are you a liar? Because you're
I
saying
wouldn't say
somebody's
that
lying.
either. Maybe it might be a miscommunication,
All right, so-
a misunderstanding going forward. I'm clarifying it now,
Okay.
that if there was a mistake, I was not throwing my inspector under the bus. You clarify it in the court. That's it.
But you
We
said-
do not write DCA tickets. I said that too, didn't I?
Yes, but
Okay.
before you said that those tickets, you dropped them, so the only thing you gotta do is go to court. Correct?
If there's a mistake,
Now you're going to
adjudicated in the court. I wrote a letter to my inspector, and I don't know whether you have that or not. or
Andre?
whatever.
That's the guy, right?
I'm not, listen,
Well, listen,
I'm not-
I'd be
I'm not-
happy to get it, if you want to send me a copy, take a look at it.
I don't feel the need to have to do that.
All right, well, I can
I
only ask.
believe that there's this sideshow out here is overexposure for something that really doesn't warrant that. If there was a mistake, it will be adjudicated by the court.
David,
That's
these
it.
are $1,000 tickets
I
that
don't-
requires a lawyer for $2,500. Why would
We
you
don't
say?
write $1,000 tickets.
Well, there's a lot of people out there would have it. They have it, right?
Correct.
We don't
Right.
write $1,000
Right.
tickets.
But there's a
you're-
lot of people out there with $1,000
You're
tickets.
expecting, I don't know
You
what they're
talking
doing.
about other people, or you're talking about Jasmine?
Other people
Oh,
too.
other
Well, other
people, those
too
people
that are
protesting.
fighting about that too, because it's not only him. There's a lot more people.
I don't know.
With $1,000 tickets.
Well, that's
and you require a lawyer because it's an LLC. So why would you play this down like it's just a ticket, we can go to court? This is not a traffic ticket.
When they chose to become an LLC, they are bound by certain protections in the court. The court has to hear from a lawyer.
Is that a protection? I think when they became an LLC to do business in the city of Paterson, they wanted the protection of Paterson and the respect of Paterson. And you
Now
wanted
you're going off the.
I'm
now
just
you're
saying,
going off the chain.
I came in here with these guys because I thought I got wrong information. Because when you and I spoke, I didn't hear the same story from you, if. I didn't hear if from these guys, so that's why I came in here. You and I spoke, and you're still with the if. So I understand that. I'm with you because you told me if. They come outside and they said, no if, definitely the tickets will be dismissed, 100%.
Well,
And that's why I came
I'm
back in
telling you
here.
how it works. What they heard or what they believe is something else. I'm telling you, if there's a mistake, it will be adjudicated by the court. That's what the court process is for.
But there's a lot of mistakes outstanding out there right now.
We don't write DCA tickets.
But why do they have DCA tickets?
I don't know. They might have, the DCA guys might have wrote it. I don't control the DCA
The tickets are
guys.
signed by Andrew, then they can't sign Andrew's name. There's a problem here. You understand that?
I understand exactly what you're saying,
Okay.
but I'm not going to make an assumption. I'm not going to throw my guy under the bus. I haven't seen those tickets that you're talking about.
If you look at the documents and your guys are doing what he's doing, you should throw him under the bus, in front of the bus, and over the bus. He shouldn't be doing that to the community.
Correct.
All right.
People
So-
pick up.
All right, thank you, Gilmore.
Todavía no hay nada seguro.
All right, you guys come here for a second. So when you were in there, he didn't say if, right? Did he
Not
say
at all.
yes? Not
Él
what-
nunca dijo, oh, maybe, nada, ¿verdad?
No, no dijo que sí, que estaba,
Yeah, he said yes.
Yes,
que
definitely.
estaba 100% de acuerdo.
Yeah,
acá
100%.
con
He
el
said
rol.
the same.
So David Gilmore, he just saying that when they spoke to David Gilmore privately, he never said if. He said definitely the tickets were going to be dismissed tomorrow. He just had to go and show up, and it's already going to be dismissed. Is that correct?
Correcto.
So what the
He said
only
just go to court with his lawyer. That's it.
and it'd be done.
he said from there they'll take and it should be dismissed because he dropped it. Like he already dropped the ticket. But
David
now
Gilmore dropped the ticket?
That's what he's saying. But now he's going with the if there's a thing, you know.
All right. I think when I show up, it's an if. I don't think he has to be scared of me. I like Gilmore, but I just was very disappointed. If a city employee is doing this kind of stuff to these people, look at these people. If a city employee is doing that to them, and he's saying he doesn't want to throw them under the bus, you should throw them under the bus, over the bus, and behind the bus. Is what I just said. In front of the bus. You don't do that to people who are making money. These guys are businesses, right?
Yeah.
Bringing in money, bringing in taxes for the city of Paterson, and this is the treatment that they get. Gilmore did tell me if, and he stayed with the if with me, but it's when I heard that there was a definite dismissal of the tickets tomorrow, and now he's saying different. If the guy is giving out DCA tickets, which he is, because these are $1,000 tickets, they're not zoning tickets, so they're definitely.
$1,000 tickets. Yeah.
And in court it is $1,000, so they are DCA tickets 100%. So I don't know how you get away from that. I just wish Gilmore had kind of admitted, look, if everybody out there has a DCA ticket, I would look into that, and if I found out that my guy made a mistake, I'm going to throw him out of the bus and out the door. That's the kind of leadership you need in the city of Paterson. I'm not questioning his, but I'm just saying you heard it for yourself. You heard his side, you heard their side, and you heard these guys' side from my previous video. This is Sirrano, New Jersey Pulse. Thanks for watching. And this is outside. Broadway is always shut down here in front of the police station. This is the Community Improvement Department that is supposed to oversee the city of Paterson, construction, zoning, buildings, things like that. But when you go overboard and you're just punishing people and overzealous to give out tickets, somebody's got to stand up and fight back. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.